Hello ladies, welcome back to another video. Today I just wanted to share a few homeschooling tips that will ensure for a better flowing day. So if you are new to my channel, let me introduce myself. My name is Tatiana. I go by Tati. I have 8 children and I am currently homeschooling 5 of them. So I have one is in college, one in high school, 2 in middle school now, 2 in elementary, and then I have 2 more that just seems to give us a run for our money, to be quite honest with you, all day long. But they are a joy. And I've been homeschooling for a very long time through many different seasons of my life. And today I just wanted to share some tips and tricks of what I've done in the past and what I'm currently doing now to just ensure a more flow to the day, you know? First thing is, hey, really quick before I forget, I am having the 3rd grade giveaway still, so it's gonna be at the end of this video. Don't leave, stay here. So, number 1 is pray. You definitely want to stay in communication with the Lord. Also, out of the mouth of babes, have the kids pray. You will be amazed at what is on their hearts. Because when you get this right, this is smooth sailing. You know what I'm saying? So definitely stay in communication with the Lord. Another tip would definitely be to get rid of your stressors. Get rid of distractions. Learn to say no. If you told so-and-so you gotta meet them there, and you told this person that you're gonna have this done by this time, and guess what? Everything that you're supposed to be doing that should have been a priority ends up being on the back burner. So definitely get rid of your distractions, any stressors in your life, and the weight on your shoulders is like, you can breathe again, you know? Another one I would definitely say would be to have a plan. Notice I didn't say have a planner because that takes skills, and I am just not there yet with planners. But have a plan, you know? Good old-fashioned paper and pencil have always done the trick for me. It's always worked. And I just basically at night or in the morning before the kids wake up, I just jot down my list of everything that I'm supposed to do, that I plan to do, and I prioritize it. Okay, what needs to be done first, second, third, what can be last, what can go in the evening, you know? Or let's say like before the hubby gets home, or even, you know, what can be done while he's here, you know? So definitely have a plan. If you're a minimalist and you don't really like all the paper around and paper clutter and such, just, you know, get your phone and just go into your notes app or your Word app or anything like that. Anything where you can make a list, and they have so many different apps out there that I'm sure you'll be able to find one. I think they even have one that's just simply called the to-do list. It works just as well. But having a plan will carry you so much further through your day. Because let's say you get a knock on the door. You're in the middle of doing something. You get a knock on the door, and that's a distraction in itself, right? And then while you're speaking, the kids, you know, have gone off and done everything else or something else, right? By the time you come back, it's like you gotta pick everybody up and get them back into the groove. And it's kind of like, all right, where do we leave off at? Or sometimes something happens in a day and everything else stops. There's no more schooling. You're doing this, you're doing that, you're running errands, you're doing all types of other stuff, right? When you pick up your books tomorrow, you forget. You forget what you're doing, you know? So having a plan, jotting something down, it will carry you so much further. I'm telling you, for sure. I've been there a time or 3, so I know. You definitely want to eat yourself some food. I mean, this should be a no-brainer, but you will be surprised at how many times Like, you just want to get everything done. And then you have this list, right? So you're like, you know, you gotta check off everything, and you can't do anything else until everything is done. And then before you know it, everyone's hungry. The baby hasn't gotten fed. What else starts to happen? You start turning into mama bear. You know. So definitely get your brain food in. Get the kids the food. You know, take a break. Let them go outside. You know, 15, 30 minutes. You know, or 30 to an hour, whatever. You know, you do you. You know. But I'm just saying, make sure you stay fueled, energized, healthy, hydrated, especially if you live in South Florida. And the kids as well. They need their brain food. Try to stay away from the sugars, you know, all that good stuff. And I will tell you, if the baby is hungry, it's so much easier to just stop what you're doing, feed the baby, make them happy, fill up those bellies, and then you can keep on going with your day. Another tip that I would like to suggest is to make sure that you are using your words of affirmation with your children. You know, they show you that coloring page. It's like, oh wow, buddy, that's so colorful. You use such vibrant colors. You know, you don't have to lie to them and say that it's beautiful when you know it clearly. It's like a whole bunch of scribble, something that only your mama could really love. You know what I'm saying? But you do want to at least tell them it's colorful, it's vibrant. Tell them, you know, they're brave, you're doing an awesome job. I love the way you did this and today and that today. It can carry them so much further than you just being like, all right, let's go, we're moving on. You know, that's not the attitude to have, and nobody wants to study in that type of environment. Yeah, it just keeps them going. It gives them a sense of self-worth. It's a great way to fill their love tank. They want to know that they're loved, and it keeps the relationships within the home going strong. Because there will be times that there will be bumps in the road, and it's those words of affirmation that keeps that bond, that sibling bond, that parent and child bond, even the marital bond. Words of affirmation. Know when to stop. Have a plan. If you're like, okay, 2 o'clock is going to be it, then 2 o'clock. Let it be it. Let 2 o'clock be it. If you're going to say 3 o'clock is going to be it, then 3 o'clock. But know when to stop, okay? The kids need to go out. They need some vitamin D. You know, it's going to be time to cook. You're going to do a little bit of laundry. You'll want to, go exercising, do a little nature walk, a little science studies. Let the kids explore and get into their own hobbies. This is kind of like their extra time of how they start finding what they like to do, you know? And then in doing so, you start to tailor your homeschool a certain way, because you know what subjects that they are more prone to say, oh yeah, give me more of this, you know? So definitely free time, know when to stop. You have other priorities. You got to get dinner on the stove. You may have a part-time job in the evening that you got to, start preparing to do that. Then, you have your chore times and your bedtime routines, and there's so much more that you need to do. Don't let school, get in the way of living. I mean, school itself is living, and it's life, depending on how you're scheduling yourself. If it really depends if you're an unschooler, if you're a more relaxed schooler. There's just so many different types of schooling, but learning is done every day, all day. Believe it or not, it is. So you definitely want to allow time to pursue personal interests. Not just that, you also want to take breaks in between subjects. If you see that the kids are getting antsy at the table, the focus is not there anymore, you're losing them, and you're like, oh, what do I do? A great thing to do would be to take a break between subjects. Say, hey, you guys, 10 push-ups, everybody. Let's do 25 jumping jacks. And you get in there too. We all of us are in that living room doing jumping jacks between subjects. We do push-ups. Sometimes the boys need to get out just a little bit extra energy, and my little ones too, and so they do an extra round of push-ups. Even if it's a water break, you know, or you're just getting a vitamin. I mean, just, you know, your eyes. One thing I tell my kids too, because we have a lot of students, my kids, that are on the computer this year, right? And I tell them, listen, take a break between subjects, because your eyes are just here and there, you know? You need a chance for your eyes to adjust and get that depth perception again, you know? You need to look and strengthen your eyes. You can't just be this all the time, you know? So even taking breaks in between subjects is a great thing. So those are my tips on ensuring a more smoother, peaceful homeschool day. You want to pray. Get rid of your stressors and your distractions. Learn to say no. Have a plan. Brain food. Remember those words of affirmation. Fill up the love tanks. And know when to stop. All right, ladies, those are my tips for today. Okay, and now on to the 3rd grade book giveaway. All right, here we go. We are doing Bob Jones University Press Reading 3A along with 3B. Okay, I'll give you a little sneak peek inside. Along with that, I'm going to give the workbook. This is by Abeka. It is the Reading and Think Skills Sheet 3. And I'll just show you what this looks like inside. So basically how it is, the student would read the story, right? And it's timed. Like here it's saying that this story should take 4.5 minutes, right? So from top to bottom, that's it, 4.5 minutes. And along with that, they would have to answer these questions. And then you score them here. And in the back, actually, I believe it's in the front. Hold on, let me just verify this. Yes. And then in the front, you have an answer key. So that's how that's going to work. All right. And let me just make sure. You have 4.5 minutes to read the selection and answer the questions. So it's both. Okay. That's in 4.5 minutes. So it's just reading and thinking. And then we have the Nation workbook. It's a do-it-yourself research handbook. This I love, and I think I may have had this in the other giveaway. I'm not for sure, but I actually love these books, and we have a whole bunch of them. This is also by Abeka. You can pick any country, any state, anything you want, and you are basically just going to research it and put it in here. You're going to talk about like their wildlife. You're going to talk about what sports they were into, and then you're going to draw something here or glue it on the bottom. You can talk about their education system, their religion, and then there's some questions for you to fill out there. The money, what's the currency? Where, you know, what country are you studying? Their leaders, traditions, way of life, the people, their flags, their coat of arms, their symbols, historical persons, all that. If you're interested in receiving these books here for the 3rd grade giveaway, all you have to do is leave a comment down in the comment section below. It could be on anything. If you have any homeschool questions, please feel free to ask me. That's what I'm here for. Okay? So if you like this content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, share with a friend, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless you. Bye-bye.